In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10-4-6, adequate notification of this meeting has been provided by advertising in the record. Please rise for the flag salute. We're going to remain standing for a moment of silence, and then we're going to have the playing of the national anthem thereafter. So, pledge of allegiance, please. Thank you. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you to the Barker High School Marching Band. Mr. LeBeau, roll call, please.
Mr. Taylor? Mr. Roto?
Present.
Mrs. Hassan?
Present.
Mr. Ramos is absent. Mr. Quillas? Mr. Gaba?
Present.
Mrs. Patiri? Here. Mr. Focarino?
Present.
And we have student representatives, Ms. Sarah Bolanos and Ms. Darlenis Martinez-Cherry.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Calling for a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Make it.
Mr. Otto?
I'll second.
Mr. Gaba. Roll call, please.
Mr. Taylor? Aye. Mr. Roto?
Aye.
Mrs. Hassan?
Aye.
Mr. Ramos is absent. Mr. Quillas?
Aye.
Mr. Gaba?
Aye.
Mrs. Patiri?
Aye.
Mr. Focarino?
Aye. Dr. Tomko?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. This is an incredible site. We have so many of our students here, their families, our band, our color guard, just incredible stuff we're celebrating tonight. Apologize for us being a few minutes late, but in a district as incredible as Garfield, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get the right stuff done for our kids, and that's what this board is all about, and that's what this administration is about, and that's what we're seeing tonight. So I welcome all of you. A few quick things, and then I want to get going. I'm going to move the agenda around a little bit in area 5 there, so we can get our band maybe a seat, so they don't have to stand there the whole time. But just a few important things I want to tell you. Again, we continue to work together in this district. I'm in awe every day when I walk some of the halls. I'm not getting out as much as I want to. Hopefully that'll change. You know, we're getting up on budget season, different things happening, but just the incredible things that we're doing here with our academics, our athletics, our extracurriculars, some of the things the kids, you know, every day that they do, and they have some challenges as well in their own lives. And it really is an incredible place. So I appreciate everybody coming here, and I just want you all to know, as the families of this incredible city, that it really is an incredible place. And I do want to say this because we won't meet until after again, but one of the most fascinating things in my career over 30 years is what these kids and our teachers and administrators do during Thanksgiving when we feed hundreds of families here Thanksgiving morning. My wife and I were so happy to be invited to that and be part of that last year, and I can't wait to do it again this year. So just a great season coming up, and we really do it right here in the city. So very excited for all of the new events that we're working on. We have a new schedule for the high school that's going to be coming in next year. We put something out to you already, so please mark your calendars. We'll have a scheduling workshop on November 19th at the high school at 6 o'clock. We invite everyone to be there. We want your input. I know I see Ms. D'Amico in the all the way in the back. She's usually up front here, but knocked her out of the box. But I know she's excited to hear. We want to hear your ideas. We want to hear what you think your students, your children should have. This isn't actually developed yet. It's in its infancy. The board and I have been talking about it since I got here. We had a consultant prior to me who worked on some different ideas. There's a million different types of schedules out there, but they don't all fit us. But we want to hear what you're thinking. We want to also teach a little bit as to why we can't do certain things, right? Like, why does it work in this town and not in this town? And again, come on out. We'll have some coffee and cake there. So that's on November 19th. Love to see you there. Another program that we're working on is something called Degree in 3. It's something that we're hoping, to put in place for next year. It's going to be an elite academic program where students work throughout the year and in the summer to finish their degree in 3 years, and then move on and get an associate's degree at the same time, as we do have students get that now. And then in their final year, move on to college either a year early or get some kind of internship program help there. So that's called Degree in 3. We're also looking at working with Mr. LeBou and myself and some of the administrators on something called anatomage tables, which would be great for our academy students. These are basically virtual cadavers, which I know that sounds weird, but for anatomy phys and just different things you can do, they're really incredible. It's really incredible technology and even AI advanced, where you can actually look at the body and actually take things apart through a virtual means, and our kids deserve that. Our future doctors and engineers deserve stuff like that. So we're working really hard. We're going to bring a proposal to the board on how to get these here for the students in Garfield. And then we saw a little bit of it tonight, but we continue to build on the music program. We brought some programs this year. We're looking to work with the 4th grade next year. We try to build up the 3rd grade a little bit this year, so we're working to expand that. So this is just a little piece of that. So a lot of great things happening here, and we're going to continue to hear some of that tonight. So let's move forward, and let's first bring up, we're going to go to 5.4 with the band recognition. So I don't know if that's Mr. Miko or Mr. Alfonso or Coach. All of you, come on up and let's recognize this incredible band. Second place, Midland Park competition, Pulaski Day Parade, Unico Columbus Day Parade participants, all the stuff they do every halftime of the football game that I'm here, and I get to see the work that they do. They work hard every day, so we appreciate you. So let's celebrate them tonight. So, Mr. Miko.
Thank you, Dr. Tomko. Good evening, everyone. I would like to call Mr. Getz and Ms. Skier to the podium, please. They are the reason that the band and the color guard are as passionate, as wonderful, growing, and when we talk about teams and teams being like family, this is a perfect example of what it means to be a family at GHS. So the band every year does participate in a few different festivals, and they usually come home bringing some type of plaque, certificate, and they come back excited and ready to face their next event. So I'm very proud of them. I'm very thankful to, again, our directors, both Ms. Gear and Mr. Getz. So I would like for you to call their names, please, and also if you want to say a few words, feel free. No? Okay.
All right, Ernest DeBroqua. Come on, get. Audrey Brady. Audrey. Elena Eisenman. Alyssa Smith. Anira Augusto. Ariana Augusto. Ariana Hernandez Madero. Color guard captain. Brianna Gear, color guard captain. Danica Dransfield. Kyle Oates. Nora Hoda Elgarni. Emma Alvarado. Drum major Melanie Flores. Antonio is not here, but he'll get one. Antonio Lopiccolo, give him a round of applause. Save for Miranda. Miranda couldn't make it tonight, but she'll get it one too. Kyrgyzstan Artist Guild. Eva Ferragola. Darlene Sabando. AKA Mavis. Ethan Hernandez Madero. Dion Bendezu. Sebastian Gutierrez, he's not here tonight. Riel Reyes. Matthew Tuliakov. Xavier Molina. Cesar Garcia-Arias. Some guy, oh, okay, I won't do those.
Mr. Getz?
Yeah, now's the picture time.
If the board could stand up.
big one. Band 10, hut!
All right, one more time here for the band, color guard. Congratulations, great job, guys. I also forgot to mention they had a silver rating at the NJMEA State Festival, and for color guard and trumpet soloists, excellent job. Excellent. Good job. All right, I think I want to call up Miss Alfonso. Are you here, Miss Alfonso, please? I did try to get you before, unfortunately. My fault. So we are now going to recognize students that had either near perfect or perfect scores on the state standardized tests. Now, I talk about this stuff all the time. Standardized tests are important. The one you gave me. Okay, thank you. All right, so my spiel on standardized tests. Standardized tests are very important. You want to see where students are. We want to see, where different rankings are, et cetera. I know it's important. I think it's really important for those districts that have the ability to do certain things that other districts don't. It's very important. For places like where I am now in this city, what's important for us is growth. We want to see students grow, right? I have 4 children myself. I say it every year. One of them's a really good reader, and one of them's not a really good reader, right? They're 2 separate kids, right? But every day I struggle to get them better, right? No matter what it is. I know you as parents do the same thing. Our teachers are incredible. They do the same thing. So do our administrators. And this board works 60 hours or more a month in volunteer hours just to make sure we have the programs and stuff in place. So we're all doing the best we can. However, our kids, I'll put our top kids against any top kid in this country, right? And this right now shows the hard work that our students, our teachers, and you as parents and guardians have done to get perfect and near perfect scores. That's incredible. So let's give everybody a round of applause before they come up. Incredible stuff. So I'm going to pass it on to Ms. Alfonso, who's going to call up, I guess, principals, and let's really honor these students.
At this time, any principals or vice principals that are here, welcome. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. I want to say that we've been doing this for approximately 4 to 5 years, honoring them. And this is the biggest amount that we've ever had. So the improvement that we're doing is miraculous, and our kids are just achieving more than you ever know. So we're very proud of our students, our staff, and especially the parents that never get the thanks. So thank you for supporting your kids. And it's Mr. Wilson's birthday, too, so we're going to let him go first.
Didn't necessarily need all that information out there, but
I could have sang. It could have been worse.
but I have to second that. What a wonderful achievement this is, to get a perfect score on this test. It's not an easy test, as we all know, so congratulations not only to the school for its students, but all the students who had achieved this great milestone. So, first on the list, Salomia Sinovska.
When you come, you're going to go behind the board so that when we take the picture, we could see both. Because, okay.
Israel Cabanillas. And Dante Yoloa Blanco.
Number 6 school.
Good evening, everyone. I am so happy and proud to present the Certificate of Achievement to our very own Jaylene Alcantara. Come here, darling. I have to tell you, when she had no idea this was happening, and we had a little assembly for her at school. And I'm like, you got a perfect score. And she's like, huh? She had no clue.
Ms. Mazzola couldn't make it tonight, so I'm going to be presenting for her. So her two students are Sophia R. and Sarah K. I'm going to go with a guess for Sophia. Number 9, school.
Good evening, everyone. This is absolutely a fabulous moment to especially take a look at these students and honor what they've done. This is truly an outstanding achievement. The first award goes to Nicole Kowalczyk. She's currently a middle schooler. Alexia Laura. Adrian Jacomowitz. Some of my middle schoolers. Adeline Quavato. Bree Waldman. Casper Rogala. Ariana Lozano. Sophia Muentes Lenderboard. Nope. There you go. Look different. Middle school's changed.
And from number 10 school, a near perfect score is Noor Haddad. And with perfect score is Maria Del Mar Lugo. And you were hiding from me. Look, she hugged her kids, so. There. Gustavo Presdes. And Samantha Zulata. Gustavo, you want to hug me? Do you want to give me a hug?
Now Garfield Middle School.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Mr. Rigoloso and the Garfield Middle School administration, I'd like to call up Safa Keali. Gian Bendazu. Audrey Kitchen. Again, congratulations to all.
And last but not least, Ms. D'Amico in the high school.
Thank you once again. Congratulations to everyone. Parents, thank you. The test at the high school, I think it's the same for most of the elementary and middles, is about 2 sessions, 2 units, each 90 minutes, so that's 4 days basically of a long test on a computer. I give the kids a lot of credit. Standardized tests are never fun, and for these kids to do so well and have that determination, it's just a wonderful quality to see. So at the high school, I would like to bring up Adrian Quijano, high achiever. William Castro, perfect score. Isabella Soriano Pineda. Dea Mussolari, I know she couldn't be here, but she was very excited to find out. Stephen Poposky. Javion Mascarinas. Vanessa Parapi. And Julia Jascott. Hey, Dion, congratulations. And Julia.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for this incredible group of young men and women. Yeah, excellent job. All right, once again, congratulations. Thank you so much. Good job. Keep up the good work, guys. Incredible stuff happening here. All right, Miss Cristani, are you here? I see you here. There she is. One of my favorite students. Here she is. And we're now going to talk about the Student of the Month. So, take it away.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Jackie. I've had the pleasure of knowing Jackie since she was in diapers. She's an outstanding student who challenges herself inside and outside of the classroom. She is in the early college program, where she will graduate with her associate's degree before she even gets her high school diploma, and in her junior year alone completed an impressive 40 college credits through AP classes, dual enrollment, and Bergen Community College classes. She does this all gracefully while balancing being a 3-season athlete and volunteering. She is part of the National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Math Honor Society, and the Lindsay Meyer Teen Institute, where she is a member of the Youth Advisory Council, also known as EAC. These are students that are leaders in the organization. They took the commitment to be drug and alcohol free. At the Summer Leadership Conference this year, Jackie was a star YAC who was quick on her feet, enthusiastic, and always ready to go. Her YAC coordinators describe her as a very strong leader who is always helpful, responsible, and enthusiastic about life, and she was very well liked and popular among the campers. You will always find Jackie studying for an upcoming test or helping in the guidance office for the Trend Club. Beyond her academic and extracurricular achievements, Jackie has a friendly and outgoing personality. Her kindness, leadership, and ability to connect with others sets her apart, making her a role model for her peers and a deserving recipient of this recognition. Jackie plans on attending college next year, where she intends on majoring in civil engineering. Our GHS September Student of the Month, Ms. Jacqueline Ortega.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm in my volleyball outfit. But good evening, members of the board. I would like to preface this by thanking Ms. Cristani for not only supporting me, but for believing that I'm worthy for Student of the Month. It is an honor to have this opportunity and privilege to serve the community of Garfield. It took a lot of dedication to get to where I am now, but I did it. I'd like to thank my friends who have stuck with me since the start of high school. We keep each other at a high standard, and it's really helpful, especially through the tough times. It is an amazing feeling to be up here right now, but I couldn't have done it without my best friend, Isa. She is a true friend who's always there for me when I need help, not only in school, but out of school. I'd also like to thank my teachers who have pushed me to be involved and seen my academic growth. I want to give a special thanks to Ms. Cauderia, who has been there for me through thick and thin all 4 years. Last but not least, my family has been there to make sure I have the educational opportunities I have now, and I'll forever be grateful. Thank you, Mom, for being my inspiration. I don't know what I'd do without you. Thank you, board members, for taking this time to recognize me as September Student of the Month.
Excellent job. Thank you very much. Great job. Keep up the good work. So I now want to call up the Garfield Middle School STEAM team, STEAM Tank team. Come on up. Now, the board, Mr. LeBou and myself had the honor of seeing this team compete at basically, actually it's the first team I've ever been involved with that's made it this far. So every year there's a school board convention where all the board members and many of the superintendents and business administrators meet and network for a week, and we talk about education and different things. Every year for the past, I don't know how many years, don't even quote me, but there's been a STEAM Tank Challenge, started with the U.S. Army Reserve, and now it's taken on its own life, and it's a really big commitment. There's regionals, there's all different rounds that they have to go through. Our middle school team made it all the way to the finals, one of the top 3 teams in the state to get there. And yeah. And we had the honor of watching them perform this invention that they made. I want to thank the teachers for doing an incredible job, our talented and gifted program, everything here. Like I said, there's really incredible stuff happening inside these rooms and inside these hallways. So we were really proud to stand next to them. We came in 3rd, which was really incredible. And I'm going to give it to you, and we'll see what you guys can. Maybe you could sell some of these things, and we all could retire early.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, good evening, members of the board, administrators, teachers, parents, students, and the Garfield community residents. Tonight, it is our great pleasure to recognize and congratulate our outstanding Garfield Middle School gifted and talented students for their incredible achievement in the New Jersey School Board Association's STEAM Tank Challenge. These remarkable students competed against over 206 middle school teams from across the state and 520 teams overall. And not only did they advance through preliminary, district, and regional rounds, but they went on to the state finals in Atlantic City, where they proudly earned 3rd place and brought home a $1,000 award for the Garfield Middle School program. The Steam Tank Challenge is facilitated by dedicated teachers, specialized professionals, and advisors across New Jersey. It encourages students to work collaboratively to design innovative solutions to real-world problems. From climate change and environmental challenges to issues affecting our schools, communities, and beyond. It is an open-ended challenge designed to spark creativity, innovation, and awareness of how our actions and inventions can impact our environment and our future. Our GMS Steam Tank team, known as Team in Sync, has been hard at work for over a year, applying the engineering design process to develop their project, and what a project it is. These young, inspired innovators began their journey as 6th graders and have continued to refine their invention as 7th graders under the guidance of myself and Mr. Piella. Team in Sync tackled a real-world problem that affects us all: how to reduce the spread of colds, viruses, and other infectious diseases through better hygiene practices. Their solution: a portable, collapsible, and eco-friendly hand washing station. It brings clean hands within everyone's reach. Equipped with a filtered water system, biodegradable towels, eco-friendly soap, and even a built-in light for visibility, this design is both practical and sustainable. But what truly makes their work stand out is the heart behind it. Their invention is more than just a hygiene tool. It is a symbol of innovation, compassion, and responsibility. With every wash, Team in Sync reminds us that small actions and big ideas can make a world of difference. Congratulations once again to our students, and a heartfelt thank you to our Garfield Middle School administration, Principal Richard Rigoloso, Vice Principals Amy Sabani and Christopher Cayazzo, and our Dean of Students, Todd Williams, for all their support. We also thank the GMS teachers for their flexibility and kindness, because the students were taken from their classes from time to time in order to work on this project. We would also like to thank Superintendent Dr. Tomko and Business Administrator Jack LeBeau, as well as our Board of Education members. You made this event happen for the team. We greatly appreciate President Focarino, Vice President Patiri, Ms. Asan, Mr. Otto, Dr. Tomko, Mr. LeBeau, Mr. Rigoloso, Ms. Sabani, Ms. Calandrillo, and all parents, family, and friends in Atlantic City for supporting and cheering on our steam tankers, who are Garfield's next generation of innovators. On behalf of the Garfield Middle School, we could not be any prouder of these students and their accomplishments. This was not a small feat, and it was an experience the team will never forget. Their first time in Atlantic City, and their first time in a competition of this magnitude. Please join me as we congratulate Team in Sync, 6 talented young minds who are truly helping to save the earth, one hand wash at a time, sparking a green hand washing revolution. Let's give a big round of applause for Team in Sync as they will now present Team in Sync will now present to you their portable hand washing station. Thank you.
Welcome to Garfield Middle School's presentation in the InSync Revolution. We are also honored to be here and showcase our idea.
Let us begin. The National Center for Disease Control states that many diseases and conditions are spread by not cleaning your hands properly.
The CDC also states that clean hands save lives. Diarrheal diseases and pneumonia are the top 2 killers of young children around the world, killing 1.8 million children under the age of 5 every year.
Research shows that hand sanitizer is not as effective as using soap and water, since it may not kill the germs. Baby wipes leave unseen residue on your hands, and some folks don't wash until they return home.
And that's why we created InSync, an on-the-go portable hand washing station that allows users to clean their hands properly using an earth-friendly soap and water when traditional options aren't available. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our commercial explaining it all.
It is, yeah. Shark Tank.
No, it's okay. I have my hands with tied and I'm Ew, this is so sticky. Oh my gosh, you're getting all over me.
And my wife's throwing away. I still see that on my hands.
Miss Sabani, when I eat, this, it gets inside of my food and it makes me taste weird. It stinks.
And my wife's throwing away. I still see that on my hands.
Hey, what's that?
It's Insync, an on-the-go portable hand washing station that allows users to clean their hands properly using an earth-friendly soap and water, but traditional options aren't available.
Look, we'll show you. It's quick and easy. We just set it up while you both were complaining.
Yep.
It's easy. Simply squeeze the water bottle. The water will travel down and be collected in the reusable disposable shower. Then wet your hands and use cast soap to wash. A second squeeze of the water bottle will rinse your hands and dry with a biodegradable disposable hand towel. And voila! Say bye to germs and have clean hands in as little as 20 seconds. It's about the time it takes to sing happy birthday.
Wow, that's amazing!
And when you are done, simply remove the toppers of the station and conveniently dispose of the dirty water. To store it, remove the shower cap, release the leg locks underneath to fold in the legs, take off the top piece, and fold up the cup. The soap dispenser is removable if necessary. Lastly, slide it into the backpack. You can set it up and pack it up into the on-the-go backpack easily within seconds. It is perfect for schools, parks, and outdoor activities where traditional hand-washing facilities might not be available.
Wait, so what about portability and size?
Good point, Victoria. Insync is a game changer. Unlike other portable safes that are bulky and difficult to transport, its lightweight, compact, and collapsible structure allows users to easily carry it and store in spaces such as a car trunk or a compact cabinet.
And our unit is designed to be used with young children, families, couples, and groups to use, and gives you good hygiene habits at any age.
You can order your unit today for only $65.99. Visit our website at Handy Clean Solutions to read all about it. And remember, order Insync
to wash away all those germs that stink.
So, what happens if we don't have access to clean water?
It's no problem.
That's right, friends.
The Insync system is designed to address the common challenge of accessing clean water by including a filtered water bottle that can hold 20 ounces.
Another substantial benefit is that Insync is designed to conserve water, using just the right amount needed for effective hand washing without unnecessary waste.
With Insync, users not only clean their hands, but demonstrate that hygiene and environmental care can go hand in hand. We hope that our concept sparks a green hand washing revolution.
An engineer from F&G Mechanical Engineering Company helped us make some important revisions to our working prototype. As you can see, we have progressed from our original prototype design. We have tested, evaluated, and improved our device multiple times. Here's how.
The original small size was not functional for larger hands, and the device was not as steady as we would like.
Guidance addressing these issues has led us up to some redesigning and rebuilding of this collapsible innovative prototype as pictured in our blueprints and seen here.
We addressed the clean water issue by replacing the disposable water bottle for a reusable water bottle with a filter. We also improved the structure for more support. The shower cap can hold the entire capacity of the water bottle. If needed, the dirty water can be dumped out, the water bottle can be refilled, and the device can have continued use for as many people as necessary.
We upgraded our final model with triangular legs since they are the strongest geometric shape engineers use when building for support. We attached hinges that lock in place and supported our standing water bottle at the top to handle the weight of the water. We eliminated the funnel as we felt it served no purpose with our improvements.
We took all of the judges' feedback and our engineers' advice into consideration while we were making our improvements.
Also, for convenience, we added a soap dispenser for Castle Soap, a pack of biodegradable towels, 10 disposable shower cups, and a push-button light for when it gets too dark outside.
InSync is also cost-effective. At a price of $65.99, it is an economical option compared to other bulky portable sinks which can cost upwards of $500. This affordability does not come at the expense of quality or utility, making it a wise investment for individuals and families alike.
In a world where affordability can prohibit access to essential products, it becomes imperative for companies to prioritize inclusivity over profit. We have adopted a compassionate approach for individuals experiencing financial hardship by offering InSync at a budget-friendly price point of $40. This initiative is not just a business decision, but a reflection of our commitment to community support. In conclusion, InSync is the only portable sink that truly meets the needs of modern users by combining portability, affordability, and innovative design. Say goodbye to cumbersome, costly sinks, and hello to the future of on-the-go convenience with InSync.
And remember, click on our link so you can wash away all those germs in a blink.
This is our website. We'd like to give them a certificate of achievement for earning third place in the state competition. Safa. Kaleida. Victoria. Refia Beza. Emilia. And Ernest. Thank you so much.
Can we get the board members to come back behind so we can take a picture? All right, one more round of applause. You did an incredible job. Excellent job. We're now going to shift to our incredible student government organization, and you guys have a right? And their monthly presentation.
Watch your left.
Thank you. Great job. You did that.
Good evening, all. I'm Darla Martinez, President of Student Government at Garfield High School, and here is our October recap.
We're going to go into the student government. Mr. President.
You can't hear me? Okay, I'll adjust. Shall I begin? Can you hear me all right? Perfect. Good evening, all. I'm Darla Martinez, President of Student Government at Garfield High School, and here is Student Government recap of October. So in October, Student Government released a nomination form on our team's page, totaling 25 nominees for homecoming court. Out of those nominees, 8 made the official court. Ilana Henry and Ethan Maxwell were our king and our queen. Donna Williams, Helena Bahan, Maya Mendez, Andrew Bonin, Victor Malik, and John Pickett were our court. We did announce them at the senior night football game, and here's a picture of that. Next, on Saturday night, October 11th, we hosted the first outside venue homecoming dance for GHS. We had over 315 guests attend, catering, along with teacher volunteers who helped the night go by very smoothly. Here are some pictures from our homecoming dance. I wish I could have included videos, but the Canva didn't let me. Here are some pictures of the dance, and then here are some pictures of before the dance when we set up, and here are student government members giving out food and taking photos in the photo booth. For our upcoming events, we have freshman and sophomore elections. We're adding new additions to our team. We have career night, and we have a few other events that we have not publicly announced yet. Thank you so much to my entire team and our advisor, Mr. Burns. Every single person on our team and our advisor puts in so much work outside of school for student government, and I just want to thank them for that. Thank you, first and foremost, to the Garfield High School students for putting your trust in us and purchasing your ticket, and I hope that it was worth it. Thank you so much to the GHS admin, Mr. Miko, Mr. Cameron, Mr. Khan, Mr. Annabelle, Ms. Botten. Thank you so much for helping us. Thank you so much for to the security guards, Mr. Zangara, Michael, Oscar, Angela, and Willie for allowing the night to go by smoothly. Thank you to our photographers, Mr. Kim, and our student photographer, Helena Bahan. Thank you so much to George, Ed, and the entire staff at 3 Saints Center for working with us the entire summer. Thank you so much to the parent volunteers, the Hidalgo family, the Peralta Trinidad family, the Henry family, and the Serrano Panetta family. These are families from our student government team who put in hours of their time outside of school and work to help us decorate for student government. Thank you so much to our staff volunteers, Ms. Casey, Mrs. Doctor, Ms. Diogardi, Ms. Egbert, Mr. Garcia, Mrs. Gillikin, and Mr. James. And lastly, thank you so much to Dr. Tomko and Mr. Labu, Mr. Labu, and the entire Garfield Board of Ed. I'm just saying thank you to Dr. Tomko and Mr. Labu because the message came from them, but thank you to the entire board because the board donated $500 to student government for our homecoming dance, which is amazing, and it's the entire purpose to help us. Our team starts at 0, like the first student government team started at 0, and we fundraise all year, so that donation was amazing. It helped us cover a lot of the catering costs, and it just helped things go by smoothly for us, so thank you so much. That is all. Thank you.
Wow, that's an incredible thing. The 300 people, that's great. Very successful.
Checking 300 people, but
Wow, that's okay. Great job. And I know you put a lot of time into it, so congratulations on that. Okay, let's go to some of our mandatory presentations for CUSAC review. Dynamic learning map presentation. Is Techio? No? No one just... All right, let's go to the next one. NJSLA score report. Ms. Bellinger? I guess I'm getting it.
How about now? Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm somewhat excited to present data after all the nice presentations that you just saw that led up to this, because we see how successful the students are in this district with the support of their teachers, their parents, the board, and the administration. Lots of goods going on here. It's been going on here as long as I've been here, which is longer than I like to admit. But you will see in this presentation, which we're required to present annually, that we have shown some growth. As Dr. Tomko said, it's about the growth. It's not always about the scores and how high everybody's doing. So we see some growth, some room for improvement. I don't mind room for improvement because that means we could do better, and district is awesome at working together to do better for their students. So the presentation you're going to see, the DOE actually requires you to use this template. It wasn't a template I personally would choose to use, lots of numbers on a screen, which I'm not going to read to you, but this NJSLA was administered in the spring for grades 3 through 9. In science, science was grades 5, 8, and 11, and ELA and math was grades 3 through 9. So any student who has not yet met expectations for their grade level is at a 1. Any student who's partially meeting expectations, meaning they're on their way, is at a 2. So this slide basically is showing 3 years of data from where we are as a district compared to the state, level 1 and level 2. And again, I won't read all this to you, and it will be posted on the district's website tomorrow. Next, we move to ELA. We have 3. Level 3 means approaching expectations. So that means we're on our way. We're growing. And level 4 means those students have met their expectations. And we're looking at ELA for grades 3 through 9. And there's some good positive things happening here. If you look, our 4th grade is outscoring the state in level 4s. We had 45.5% of our students meeting proficiency level. The state's at a 37.8. So that's a nice positive thing to see. And in most other areas, we're pretty close to the state overall. Then we have level 5 for ELA, exceeding expectations. These are students that are not only meeting their grade level proficiency, but they've surpassed it. And as you saw tonight, we had students that had perfect and near perfect scores. So those students' data is reflected in this page. And you could see where the district is at. Again, our 4th grade is doing amazing this year. We're at a 25.1% proficiency level in 4th grade versus the state's 15.8. We're pretty close. 7th grade's not too far off, 18.6 to 25.1. And we have a little bit of work to do when we get to the upper levels with the older students. But we're getting there. If you could see, only 15% of the state was proficient at a level 5 for grade 9 in ELA. Then we go to the math level 1s and 2s. These are the students over the course of the past 3 years. We're measuring who was at a not yet meeting proficiency level and a partial proficiency level for grades 3 through 8, and then for algebra. Again, I'm not going to read all the numbers to you. And then we go to the math levels 3, which are the ones that are, I call them like the cusp students. They're almost there. They're just under proficient, and they're growing. And that's when we get to the 4s, which is our proficiency level. And you could see how we're doing. Our 4th grade is higher than the state. Our 5th grade is higher than the state. And even if you look at kind of our middle school, we're on our way. We're showing growth. And then there's your level 5s, which again were the students we saw this evening. Science is only done in grades 5, 8, and 11. If you look, this only goes from a level 1 to a level 4. There is no level 5, so below proficient's a level 1, near proficient level 2, proficient level 3, and advanced proficient level 4. And what kind of interests me, that grades 5, 8, and 11, for those at a level 3, which is proficient, only 22.2% of all 5th graders in the state were proficient, 14.1 8th graders, and 21.2 11th graders. So this is the best part, it's my favorite part, and the county usually suggests that we lead with the notable achievements. I like to save them for the end because you looked at all those numbers, then you're going to forget all the good stuff, so it's better to put it at the end. So our 4th and 5th grade, levels 4 and 5, so those are our students that are meeting and exceeding expectations. Garfield outscored the state by 17%. in levels 4 and 5. Our 5th grade proficient and advanced proficient for ELA outscored the state by 13%. Our 4th grade levels 4 and 5 for math outscored the state by 7%. Our 5th grade for math outscored the state by 11%. And I'm happy to say that our 8th grade honors algebra 1, we outscored the state by 45%. That's pretty incredible. And we did notice this year, because we have to look at all subgroups of populations, our ELLs, our special ed, there was an increase in proficiency levels in the science test, which is usually the most challenging for our ELL and our special ed students. And we had an increase in proficiency level for ELA for our ELL population as well, which is incredible. That means there's good things going on in the ELL program, and they're transferring over into what they're learning in ELA in the regular classroom. So what are we doing to kind of help our students and push them along? We're targeting students' Lexile and independent reading levels to make sure that we're meeting them at where they can read. We have lots of digital programs in place. We've been using Renaissance Learning. We're in our 2nd year now, which gives us a baseline for where our students are at for math and ELA, and then we adjust teaching and in curriculum and instruction according to that. We have Albert, we have Discovery Ed. We know all our students have one-to-one devices. We've got a lot of professional development going on since Dr. Tomko got here last year. We're fortunate enough to have 5 extra PD afternoons built into the district, PD meaning professional development. So our teachers get 5 extra opportunities to have afternoon workshops specialized for their department throughout the school year. I had begged for that for years, and it was so nice to see that that actually was able to come to fruition last year. We have supervisors this year. We started something new. Garfield, as we know, our mission is the Vision of Champions. It's on the board, the Board of Ed's tablecloths here. We started something called Vision Walks. So they're non-evaluative walkthroughs that all the supervisors are doing. They're doing 4 a week. Just to see what's happening in the classroom, what's going on, talking to kids, talking to teachers, and we're getting some good data with that and seeing where we can make some adjustments to what's happening. We've got common assessments happening across all grade levels and subjects, plenty of extended day tutoring, enrichment, and mentoring programs for our students. MTSS, which stands for Multi-Tiered System of Support. Last year we were calling it RTI. We have that in place for our Tier 2 and Tier 3 students. Those are our at-risk students. And it's not necessarily at risk of academics. It could be at risk of behavior. It could be attendance issues, social emotional learning issues. So we are supporting them. And then my new role as data director, I'm excited to be spending more time looking at data and having those conversations, not just with the supervisors, but with principals and teachers as well, to see where we're at and where we could go, because we know there's always room for growth. I just want to take a minute to thank the board, because without your support, I know there's lots going on, and sometimes we look at, another program, but everything is not thought of by one person. Everything's done by a committee or by a team. We have awesome administrators. We work together. We talk things out. Mr. LeBou and Dr. Tomko are very supportive with rolling out programs and what we want to do. These are some of the things we have going on. How do I go? Thank you. Professional development workshops, different textbook programs that are in place. There's just so much amazing things that are happening. So I would ask that you kind of focus on the positive things, the growth that we've seen, with plans to, of course, do better. And I think this year, doing the walkthroughs and those kinds of things, we're definitely going to see a difference when we take standardized testing this spring. Thank you.
Excellent job. And you're doing an incredible job in your new role. So, and I appreciate the board's support on that. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of those interventions, but great things happening in the classrooms. I think it's also important to recognize that the testing is different this year now. It's more adaptive, meaning that students are going to be given different questions as they answer questions. So it's the first time the state's going through this. So we're going to see a little bit of a change in some of the testing. But again, thank you very much. Are you also doing the SLA report? I'm sorry, the the GPA and stuff, or is that Ms. D'Amico?
That's not me.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Or. Oh, so we're just putting it up there again? Right. Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. All right, now we have one of our attorneys from the Bush Law Group, Mr. Mandel here. Aaron's going to do a quick compliance ethics training for the board members. So hold on to your seats. This is earth-shattering, the stuff.
How about now? There we go. All right. All right. So board member ethics. We could spend hours talking about this stuff, but we're not going to. We're going to try to do the real quick highlights of what ethics responsibilities board members have and what are some of the most often complaint issues and things to be aware of. So when we talk about board member ethics, we're usually talking about 2 laws that are then reflected in different board policies that you have here in Garfield. So the laws are NJSA 18A:12-24, which deals with prohibited conduct of school officials, which includes board members, and 18A:12-24.1. So same exact site, just the .1 in the end, which is the Code of Ethics for School Board Members. The first one, the prohibited conduct, it has lots of different subsections. I will read one, which is the one that we most often deal with as attorneys and board members, which is no school official shall use or attempt to use his official position to secure unwarranted privileges, advantages, or employment for himself, members of his immediate family, or others. So that last bit, or others, is kind of the catch-all phrase. And the School Ethics Commission, which is the body that's in charge of enforcing these codes, has interpreted that to mean everybody. So what then does that actually prohibit board members from doing? And the way it plays out in practice, it affects a few different things. Number one is when relatives work for this district or another district. So I'm sure, as most board members know, you can't hire a family member to the district once you're on the board. So your family members are not eligible to become employees of the board while you're working, or at least the immediate family members. Also, if you have a family member who's already working for the board when you become a member, there are certain things that you cannot do because they would create basically a conflict of interest or an appearance that you might be giving an unwarranted advantage to your family member. So, for instance, if a board member has a family member that works in the district, the board member cannot vote on things having to do with their supervisor. So if they work in one school, then that would preclude a board member from having anything to do with the principal in that school, including including the collective negotiations agreement for the principal's union, administrators union. It would also preclude the board member from having anything to do with the superintendent, overseeing, evaluating the superintendent, hiring the superintendent. Also, if a board member's family member is a union member in another district, so it doesn't even need to be within the same district, there can be restrictions. Most importantly, that board members with relatives in a union in another district can't participate in the actual negotiation of the union contract for the same union in here. They can vote on it and discuss it after the MOA has been signed, whereas if your relative works in the district, you probably can't even do that. The other area that prohibition comes up often is when we deal with students. So board members often have children in the district, and board members are allowed to still advocate for their family members, even though that they're a board member. What they can't do is use their position as a board member to try to gain some kind of unfair advantage or special treatment for their family member or their student. So what we often recommend for board members is if you are going to be contacting the administration on behalf of your child as a parent, not as a board member, or it's important that you do it as a parent and not as a board member, you need to follow the chain of command, the typical chain of command. You need to start with teachers and work the way up through the administration, which is not to say it's never appropriate to contact the superintendent, but where board members get in trouble is where they have a question about a homework assignment or an issue with a teacher, and the first thing they do is they pick up the phone and they call the superintendent, because you all have Dr. Tomko's cell phone number, and say, hey, can you help me out with this? I need, and not suggesting that anyone here has done any of those things, but that's the type of thing that we see in the cases from the Student School Ethics Commission, is when board members use kind of the connections and their familiarity with the district instead of going through those proper channels and the channels that everyone else is supposed to go through. Turning now to the Code of Ethics for school board members. This one I think is actually is really important for the public to hear as well, because it references the limited role that board members have and the limited powers that the board members have. So one of them is that a school board member shall abide by the following code of ethics, and I'm not going to read it all, but I'll just a couple highlights. I will make decisions in terms of the educational welfare of children. I will confine my board action to policy making, planning, and appraisal. I will carry out my responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with my fellow board members to see that they are well run. So this has to do with board members are supposed to be a policy-making entity only. They're not supposed to, and they're not permitted to get involved in the actual administration of the schools, the day-to-day administration of the schools. As board members quickly learn, as when they come on board, almost everything they do has to come from the superintendent and start with the administration, whether it's personnel decisions or other types of almost anything. The superintendent is recommending that to the board, and the board can kind of guide and evaluate, but they're not the ones who on a daily basis are managing the schools. Another part of the ethics code is I will recognize that authority rests with the Board of Education and will make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board. So where we see this often come up is actually on social media is the latest place. And a real quick history lesson is the cases with this area started with board members writing letters to the editor of newspapers, something we don't see anymore. My daughter's in 4th grade on the softball team, and one of her coaches the other day said, you're going to read about that in the paper. And she said, what's that? And he said, you're going to read about it on NJ.com. And then she understood what it meant. But so it started with writing letters to the editor, and the issue was if a board member was writing about an issue that affected the school, there was a perception that the board member may have been speaking on behalf of the board or in their official capacity as a board member, which are not permitted to do. So what the solution is that when a board member wants to speak publicly as an individual, as a private individual, you need to give a disclaimer first. You need to say, I'm Joe, I'm a member of the Board of Education, I'm making this statement on my own personal capacity, and I'm not speaking on behalf of the board. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and speak, and you won't need to worry about this code of ethics, which is that I will recognize that the authority rests with the board and make no personal promises or make personal statements. But it doesn't give the board members carte blanche to then say anything they want. There are still restrictions. For instance, one of the code of ethics requires that I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools, which, if disclosed, would needlessly injure individuals. It keeps going. So, for instance, even with a disclaimer, a board member is not then free to disclose confidential information to the public. One of the other code of ethics is I will support and protect school personnel in the proper performance of their duties. Again, even with a disclaimer, a board member then cannot go and speak negatively about a district employee, whether it be a principal or even the superintendent, because doing so would be a violation of that code of ethics that the board members must support and protect school personnel in the proper performance of their duties. So what that might look like to the public is silence from the board member, even when in some districts you have kind of very public personnel issues that everyone in the audience might know about. But the board doesn't comment on them. That's not to say they're not doing anything, and it's not to say that they don't take those seriously, but the reason is because they are bound by the confidentiality and they're bound to not publicly speak negatively about any employee of the district. Just to wrap it up, your board policies that reflect the code of ethics are District Policy 0142, which has to do with, which kind of summarizes everything we just spoke about, the board member qualifications, prohibited acts, and code of ethics. There's also District Policy 0142.1, which deals with nepotism and specifically making sure that you don't violate the prohibition on giving unwarranted benefits to others or family members. District Policy 0146, which talks about board member authority and the limited authority of board members and to stick to just the policy making. And then also Policy 0169.02, which deals with board member use of social networks and talks about some of the disclaimer requirements. Any questions for me? All right, so board members, when they come on the board, they're required to undergo mandatory training. Every year they have to undergo training, and then even if they get reelected after the first 3 years, they go through additional training. But every year it's important, boards like to have a refresher during the public meeting to remind everyone about the Ethics Acts, and that's what we did here today. So thank you very much for having me. It was good seeing you all again. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lindell. And with that progress, thank you for your time tonight. Appreciate it. It was long. Thank you.
Dr. Tomko, a district program update? Okay. Mr. LeBeau, the business administrator's report.
Thank you, Mr. Focarino. The October 15th date came and went with boilers and heat turning on in the schools. I want to thank the board for their support in being proactive. Our facilities director, Stephanie Randazzo, and the work that she did with her team to make sure that things turned on, things were fixed. We reviewed the certification from the city, and we put everything in place. So not to say that everything will be perfect forever, we hope, but October 5th came and went without many complaints, many problems. Also, Dr. Tomko and I were able to receive word from our county superintendent about the SDA grant for 2026, $1 million grant towards capital projects. We're currently reviewing the projects that were assigned with the 2025 grant and making now determinations knowing that we'll have additional monies to prioritize things and make sure that we address some of our urgent issues here in the next coming weeks and months. So that's it for the report to say.
Thank you. Committee reports?
We did not have a personnel meeting this month due to conflicts with the school board convention. Unfortunately, we're still receiving limited communication from the board president, and I'm very unhappy that, in my opinion, I think words are being twisted to suit personal agendas, especially as those poor choices and lack of leadership affect the progress and well-being of our students.
Any other committee reports? Hearing none, I'm opening up the comments to the public for agenda items only. Any comments from the public? Hearing none, we're moving on to personnel. Motion to approve personnel.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by
Ms. Patiri first, Ms. Eson second. Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Taylor.
Aye.
Mr. Roto.
Aye.
Mrs.
Aye.
Hassan.
Aye.
Mr. Quillas. Aye. Mr. Gaba.
Aye.
Mrs. Patiri.
Aye.
Mr. Focarino.
Aye. Finance, motion. Mr. Taylor.
Second.
Mr. Gaba. 10.1 through 10.24. 10.24.
Roll call. Mr. Gaba. Excuse me. Mr. Taylor.
Aye.
Mr. Roto?
Yes, 10.1.
10.1, 10.24.
No on 10.1.
Repeat that, Mr. Roto.
Correct. It was to check number 020072.
Just one more time, please.
020072.
Thank you. Thank you. Mrs. Hassan?
Abstain from 10.1, check number 020072. Aye to the rest.
Mr. Kulas?
Aye.
Mr. Gaba?
Abstain from check number 020072 for more clarification, and aye the rest.
Mrs. Patiri?
No to 10.1 and 020072 because of more clarification. And yes, aye to the rest.
Mr. Focarino?
Aye. Motion for education, resolutions 12.1 through 12.24. Mr. Taylor?
Second.
Ms. Isan?
Mr. Taylor? Ms. Hassan?
Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Taylor?
Abstain 12.5 to 29. Aye to the rest.
Mr. Roto?
Aye.
Mrs. Hassan?
Aye.
Mr. Quillas?
Aye.
Mr. Gaba?
Aye.
Mrs. Patiri?
Aye.
Mr. Focarino?
Aye. Facilities, 14.1 through 14.2. Motion,
Make a
please.
motion.
Mr. Gaba? Second.
Mrs. Hassan with the second?
Ms. Isan? Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Roto?
Aye.
Mrs. Hassan?
Aye.
Mr. Quillas?
Aye.
Mr. Gaba?
Aye.
Mrs. Patiri? Aye. Mr. Focarino?
14.2, number 2, abstain. Aye and the rest. I'm now opening up the comments to the public. Are there any public comments? Hearing none, I'm opening up comments to the board.
I have a comment.
Ms. Patiri?
Little trivial, but apparently a picture was put up on Facebook. Again, no big deal. But I need to explain myself as an... Oh, okay. Little trivial, but a picture was put on Facebook, and I just like to explain myself. As an elected officer, I believe in maintaining an open communication with everyone, past, present, and future board members, as well as our residents and taxpayers. It is important to listen to all perspectives and gather input from access across our community about what's happening in our schools and what people would like to see improved. Together we can make decisions that are truly reflecting the needs and values in other districts. So I just felt I had to explain because I was questioned why. Thank you.
Any other comments? Thank you. Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I know the vast majority of the people left, but I'd like to highlight some of the amazing stuff that went on here. From the perfect stores, which is 33 of them, the instinct presentation, student of the month, our band, just enough of that stuff, I don't think enough of that gets spoken about, especially it doesn't garner much attention when it's posted on social media. So I think that stuff needs to be highlighted a lot more, and it was incredible to see. You've got some very young stars in the making. You've got some high school stars that are definitely going to shine. It was really, it was kind of mind-blowing to see where they've gone at their ages and where they're going and what the future could hold. So just wanted to give them a shout out and give them some more acknowledgement at stuff that really makes an impact.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. I too was going to, and I still am, going to congratulate the parents and the families of the 33 students that received a perfect and or near perfect scores. That's just an amazing accomplishment for them, for the students themselves as well as the family. In addition to the Garfield Middle School STEAM team, we watched them. If I was a judge, I would have made them come in first place on that particular competition. But anyway, I wasn't the judge. Congratulations to the Garfield High School band, the band leader and the color guard. They did a fantastic job. I was at the rededication for the Columbus Park and the Columbus statue, and they were kind enough to provide their services to play the national anthem as they did tonight, and they did another fantastic job just like they did this evening, so thank you to them. In addition, I do want to thank the staff members who have resigned, as well as those who are retired. We really appreciate their service to the district, and they certainly deserve it. Thank you. With that, we're not going to adjourn at this time. We are going to have interviews with the candidates who have submitted applications to fill the vacancy that we have with Dr. Pivovarchik, who has resigned. And again, I would like to thank Dr. Pivovarchik for his service on the Board of Education during his tenure. Mr. Geisler, would you take the lead on this?
Yes, Ms. Luciani is there. She's going to direct our applicants. There's going to be a waiting room just next door. And Mr. Redzio was our first candidate. We did a drawing this morning, and it was at random this morning. So Mr. Redzio will be first. The rest of the applicants will be in the other room so that they don't hear questions or hear statements, and so that everybody comes in on a fresh read.
Good to go?
I'm sorry, Mr. LeBou, pardon my interruption. I didn't hear, you mentioned somebody had withdrawn their name from the...
He did that already.
No, I didn't hear it.
They were drawn at random, so we did a randomizer. We have a screen capture of it that was sent to...
I'm sorry, we misunderstood.
Oh, no. I mean, I know we did have somebody that was here and expecting to start at 7, and when they found out that we would be delayed, they may or may not have gone home. So I can't confirm that just yet, but we'll proceed with the order in which we drew this morning.
Thank you for that clarification. And Mr. Geisler, if you could just explain the process, and then we'll move forward.
All good? All
right. Good evening, members of the board, Mr. LeBou, Dr. Tomko, and most importantly, the public. My name is Sean Redzio. I grew up here in Garfield, New Jersey, and graduated from our schools not too long ago, just a class of 24. I'm applying for this seat because I believe our students deserve more than buzzwords and big budgets. They deserve results they can actually feel in the classroom. Too often, we add layers and titles while the real work, like coverage, attendance, and facilities all fall behind. My focus is simple, and that's getting back to the basics. We make every dollar traceable to student learning, support our teachers so classrooms can actually run smoothly, and tackle facility issues with a clear plan, room by room, no politics involved. And I'm not the youngest voice in the room by accident either. I'm here because I believe where Garfield's headed, and I'm ready to shoulder some of the work myself. The challenges we talk about aren't abstract to me. They're the same halls I just walked, the same classrooms that shaped me as a kid. So if I could bring the perspective to the table for the board members and the board and help this move this district forward, then that's exactly what I intend to do. At the end of the day, this isn't about politics or age. It's about whether we're willing to do the steady, unglamorous work that actually makes a difference for the kids and teachers. I'm talking about the budgets, the meetings, the late night calls. I'm sure all of you are aware. And that is where trust is built and the progress happens. If appointed, that's exactly where you'll find me. You'll find me doing the work, listening first, and keeping the focus where it belongs, which is on Garfield's classrooms and the people in them. Thank you.
Are there any questions from the board?
I'll ask you a question. The question will be, normally we are selected by the public via election. Since we must act on behalf of the public today, why should we pick you to serve? Give examples behind your reasoning.
I believe that me being a student who has just graduated offers a very valuable perspective that I think the board can work well with, so to speak. Coming from a student who was just affected by the policies many of these members just passed a couple years ago, I know how these policies come into play. I know how long the email chains can be when you're trying to answer a question. I know the frustration teachers have felt, and I believe me being a student, a recent graduate, and a current college student provides a very unique perspective that I believe would much better represent the public of Garfield.
Thank you.
Sean, very good, but the amount of hours that you are in school, and I see you also work and are on a couple of clubs, do you realize the hours and the time and the reading and the thought that has to go into a board member? It's not just a once a month meeting, it's many nights of reading back and forth with the superintendent and the DA and the other board members. There's countless hours that are put into this, and going to college and having a job, I'm sure you want to keep up your grades of this.
So, Ms. Batir, I'm not here by accident. I'm here because of the hard work that I've put into my life since I was probably 17, whether it be in politics or my education. And time again, I've even surprised myself for the amount of work I've been able to take on, and I'm ready to take on this responsibility for the people of Garfield.
I want to know, how do you handle conflict? As in, like, if you come across an angry family or conflict with other members of the board?
So I think the key to conflict is always having big ears, and luckily I have pretty big ears. I think the most important part when it comes to actually handling conflict is actually listening to the other party out. Because I firmly believe that we can always reach a middle ground, and I think this board is no exception.
I have a question. If the board has decided to pick, how would you support teachers and staff in their work?
So I think a very big part of supporting teachers and staff is simply by listening to them. And hopefully, if I am selected tonight, I'm hoping to start listening sessions with the teachers, so we're actually sitting down and hearing their concerns every single week. And I think through listening to the teachers, we can pass more beneficial policies where we can actually, posture teachers and actually provide them the proper support simply through listening.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Rezzo, thank you very much. Appreciate your
Thank you. I appreciate
application.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Kwamina Marie, and I'm a board-certified family nurse practitioner, and also studying for my psychiatry boards very soon. So I have about 18 years working with families and children, and I have a passion for education and great education in general. I'm passionate about ensuring that children start school at the appropriate age with resources and empower families to get involved in their children's learning, and making sure that teachers have the needed resources and support from the Board of Education. If I'm deemed eligible and receive the support of the board and the good people of Garfield, I will work diligently every day to ensure that the children are able to get everything they need and to be able to have higher score in the standardized tests. Thank you.
Ms. Pateri?
I have a question. I see you do work full-time, you have a family. The making of the board is many hours going over work. It's not just only meetings. It's a lot of hours that are put into this. With your work schedule and going to school and children, do you really feel you could fit this all in together?
Yes, so I completed school for my psychiatry in February of this year. And I currently work 8 to 4, but my hours are also flexible. And I have a family. I have 2 children. I'm married. Yes, I believe so.
I want to know how you handle conflict, either with families or amongst board members.
I always say my superpower is listening. So I usually try to listen first to every side and then try to find common ground. Because at the end of the day, we're all here for the common goal of making sure the children have everything they need, they're able to get to where they need to get to in life, and the families also feel supported. So I usually listen first and try to find common ground. At the end of the day, we all have, like I said, the same goal. So I try to focus on that. Because at the end of the day, we all people, and conflict arises from anything, right, in general. And when you're able to kind of see the bigger picture of why we're here, we don't waste time and we can just focus on that. Everything else, things happen, but just focus on the common goal of why we're here.
Mr. President? Hi.
Hello.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Normally we are selected by the public via election. Since we must act on behalf of the public, why should we pick you to serve? Please give us an example behind your reasoning.
Okay. So I deal with the public in general every day. In my practice, I deal with patients that are being transplanted. Like I work in the transplant department for lungs. So I deal with the families from the time we meet them the first time to go through the process of testing, selection, and then to deem them appropriate candidate to be able to get to the other side of having the transplant. And then we also follow them post-transplant whenever they get sick. So we get in touch, we become familiar with their families, their grandkids, their aunts, their aunties, their neighbors. So we have to kind of learn to navigate everything. Most of my patients takes about 30 to 40 medications. You think it's just, oh, I have the procedure and then I can walk away and be well. But it's also the aftercare support, the free therapy, and just for them to call and say, oh, I just wanted to call and say thank you. Oh, I'm feeling well today, I'm okay, or just to check in and different things like that. Also, I'm required to pass a background check every year in my profession. And then I'm also required to have like a drug testing, random drug testing and all that stuff. So I think that alone kind of like empowers me to kind of be in forefront, speak to the public and be able to know that, okay, when I speak to someone or when I'm doing something, I'm coming from an expert point of view.
Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for your time. My question to you is, what's one goal you would like to see our school achieve in the next few years?
First of all, when the board was presenting earlier and they mentioned the early program where the students are able to start college and high school, I was very, very happy about that. This is one thing that I've been kind of like for myself, always wanting to mentor young children even in my church, right? And then talk to them about different things that you can do even before you finish high school. Have in mind that as soon as even before you hit high school, as soon as you start high school, start thinking about your head, okay, I'm doing these courses, what is my passion, and how can I translate all this learning into something that can be lucrative for me in the future. So I'm very interested in the early college program for students, for them to be able to graduate and have an associate. I think it's amazing to be able to start their fields or their career early and be able to be a fruitful member of society. And then just kind of prevent also a lot of recidivism where students finish school, maybe they don't have any after school program or they don't have anything, and then just kind of like out in the street and doing God knows what. So for me, it's mostly after school program and early college programs for students. It's one thing that I'm passionate about.
Any other questions? Ms. Kwamenon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your application.
Abdel Sardenas.
All right. Do I have to say my name, address? Where do I start? Or I just go ahead?
You can introduce yourself. Go ahead. You can introduce yourself. So let's start
Abdel
with that.
Sardena, 33 Wood Street, Garfield, New Jersey. All right, awesome. Good evening, board members and the community. My name is Abdel Sardena, lifelong resident. I'm also a coach, teacher on the side a little bit, sometimes just for math, and as well as a community volunteer. The reason why I'm seeking to serve on this Board of Education is I want to strengthen the connection between our schools, families, and as well as the city as a whole. Over the years, I worked closely with local organizations, helping families with food, housing, and education. I've seen how important it is for every parent and student to feel heard and supported. If chosen, I'll bring transparency, accountability, and dedication to every decision made. My focus is simple: listen, act, put Garfield students first. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Are there any board questions?
I do have.
Mr. Otto?
What would your main goal for the students in this schools be?
One of my main goals is to update facilities as best as we possibly can.
Mr. Gaba?
How would you help building a positive relationship between the board and the community?
One of the things that we could do is we could have open conferences between the schools and as well as the board meetings between everybody for what it is, in a sense that we could establish parent groups at a more higher rate than what it is right now, so we can have a better communication between the accesses, possibly even online groups that can hold supporting groups between the both.
Thank you.
I just want to clarify, where do you coach and teach? Is that with students here or somewhere else?
No, ma'am. Teaching on my own. Tennis, I'm a tennis coach at Maywood Tennis Club.
Okay.
Okay, obviously you have a very active life. Congratulations on your baby.
Thank you.
And working, do you realize the time that goes into being a board member? It's not just one meeting a month. It's hours of reading, going over things, looking up things, talking to Dr. Tomkos, speaking to Dr. LeBou, the president of the board. It's not a cakewalk. You seem to have very active life, a job, a baby, and coaching. Where do you think you'd be able to fit this in?
Very easily, ma'am. I've been doing this for almost 10 years.
You haven't been on the board for 10 years.
I haven't been on the board for 10 years, but I've been involved for 10 years.
Any other questions from the board? Mr. Sardena, thank you very much for your application.
Mr. Diaz will be next, Adrian Diaz. He's on his way.
Mr. Diaz.
Just bear with me 1 second here. I got a little bit of a cold. All right. First and foremost, happy birthday to my wife back there. But good evening, everybody, and thank you for the opportunity. My name is Adrian Diaz. I am a sheriff officer with over a decade of service, a current student in the health sciences field, and most importantly, a father of 2 children in the Garfield school system, including a son with autism. My motivation to serve is deeply rooted in personal experience. Last year, my son Colton had a seizure while at school, and I was shocked to learn that our schools do not even have emergency oxygen tanks on site. That moment made it clear. We need parents with firsthand insight sitting at that table. Because when policies are made without real-life perspective, critical gaps go unnoticed. I will be a relentless advocate for our special needs students, not just in words, but in systems. That means ensuring IEPs are not just written, but followed. Training staff, not just for academics, but for medical emergencies and sensory needs. Pushing for better communication with parents before problems escalate, and making sure that every child, verbal, nonverbal, high needs, or mild needs, is seen, heard, and supported. At the same time, safety is non-negotiable. I bring operational security experience from working inside correctional facilities. I understand internal threats, not just external ones, and I will push for common sense security upgrades based on real-world scenarios, not just policies that look good on paper. I also want to prepare students for real careers, not just college. That's why I strongly support expanding technical and trade programs so students graduate with immediate pathways into the skilled workforce. And I will do all of this while being fiscally responsible. As a public servant, I understand the value of every taxpayer dollar, and I will make sure we invest where it truly impacts children, not bureaucracy. I bring law enforcement experience, educational training, and real parental perspective, all in one. Garfield deserves leaders who don't just care, but live this every single day. Thank you for considering me. I'm ready to fight for our students, especially those who cannot fight for themselves.
Thank you. Any board member questions? Mr. Otto?
Thank you. Every decision affects the student in some way. How do you ensure that the student outcome remain at the center of your decisions?
I couldn't hear that, Mr. Otto. I'm sorry. Couldn't.
It's hard to hear.
It's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Every decision affects students in some way. How do you ensure that the student outcome remains at the center of your decisions?
So like I said in my speech, I have 2 children that are in this school district, and I really want them to have the best, and all the rest of our students to have the best as well. I mean, my son Colton doesn't speak, and I would love for him to one day just come up to me and give me a hug and say, hey, Dad, let's go to the park. And I'm really relying on this board to make that happen. So every single decision I make, I'm thinking about that. I'm not the only parent that goes through it.
Thank you.
I want to know how you deal with conflict, either with the public or amongst the board members.
Dealing with conflict with the public or the board members. Is that what the... Like in general? Yeah, usually I try to break it down to perspective. I'll let somebody, like, you have to hear them out, right? Let's say they come at you heated. Try to put yourself in their position and understand where they're truly coming from. After that, you can go ahead and try to tell them your perspective and try to come out with a happy medium. No problem.
I'll give the same question to everyone. Okay, I understand you do have 2 children, one of special needs, and a job. Do you realize this, being on the board, is countless hours of going over work, talking to the Dr. Tomko, Mr. LeBeau, and just a lot of work. Do you feel you could fit that into your busy schedule?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Gaba?
Why do you want to be a part of the Board of Education? What's the reason?
The main reason is just I saw academic scores going down during COVID. I saw mismanagement of funds, and I saw opportunities where things could be fixed. I saw my kids going to the schools, and I'm not the type of person that just sits on the sidelines. I like to go ahead and actually get things done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Cruz?
Welcome. My question would be, what do you see wrong with the school system currently, and what are the solutions that you would bring towards the school system?
I see opportunities. I don't see a lot of issues, right? Everyone can sit here and say, oh my God, the air conditioning. The realistic fact is that it's very hard to get money for that, right? But I see an opportunity, and one of the big ones is trades. Why not prepare our students to be ready for work as soon as they're done graduating? And you know there's a high demand for that right now. And trades is a big area where we could actually probably make the district money and start coming up with those other repairs. So if you want to say an actual problem, repairs would probably be a big one.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Diaz, thank you very much for your application.
Thank you.
That's the last applicant that's here. That's the final one, yep.
Is that the last candidate? Thank you very much.
for recess.
I'm going to ask a motion to go into executive session.
And I second.
I need it first.
I'll make a motion.
I can't make a motion.
Second.
Ms. Materi and Ms. Isan? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Geisler, we need a time, right? Come back out?
I'm going to be back as soon as possible.
15
Thank you.
minutes? So we'll say 9:45?
Can I have a motion to come out of closed session, please?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Gaba? Ms. Isan? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Based on the interviews that we've gone through, I'm going to ask for any nominations from the board for any of the candidates that they feel would be best to suit for our vacancy.
Want to nominate Adrian Diaz?
Second.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Mr. Otto?
Mr. Odo, second.
Are there any other nominations from the board? Hearing none. Mr. LeBeau, roll call, please.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Odo?
Aye.
Mrs. Hassan?
Aye.
Mr. Quillis?
Aye.
Mr. Gaba?
Aye.
Mrs. Patiri?
Aye.
Mr. Focarino?
Aye. With that, I want to congratulate Mr. Diaz, and you're going to be seeing Dr. Tomko and Mr. LeBeau for further instructions, as well as Mr. Geisler for further instructions on how we proceed with this. But again, congratulations.
Want your fingerprints?
Congratulations, Mr. Diaz.
So with that, I'm going to ask for a motion to go in,
Make it.
to adjourn our meeting. Thank you.
Make it.
Ms.
Second.
Patiri? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.